So I'm here with Miss Carolyn Gary, and I'm going to be asking you some questions today. So just follow with me, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
So my best shot.
Perfect. All right. So my first question is, how long have you been a member here at this church?
I think it's 41 years.
41. So how did you become a member?
Well, I was looking for a church when my daughter was born,
right?
And she was really very sick when she was born and had to have surgery, and I told the Lord that if she lived, she would be raised in the church. Well, now I know you don't make deals with him, but I sure wasn't going to go back on that. And so Barbara, my best friend, said, "Why don't you go with me?" And I said, "Okay." And I came in and I sat down in the pew, and I've been there ever since.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, that is super cute and a really great story that I hope many people hear and listen to. So as you've spent time here, what are some of the activities or things that you'll participate in church?
Well, I taught Sunday school for about 25 years. I taught the first and second graders, which I loved. You were one of my kids. I cooked. I've cooked with the Wednesday teams. I've been on church council. And I've worked in the office now for 20 years.
Right.
So
very active.
There you go.
Awesome. So with that, what would you consider to be one of your favorite memories here at Resurrection? That's a tough one.
Well, probably the thing that I was most humbled by was I participated in Elizabeth Platt's ordination because I was president of church council and I had one line to say, but still, the bishop was here, and I really didn't feel like I belonged up there, but I did it.
Nice. That's really cool. Okay, so what is one of the best things that we do at Resurrection?
Oh, I think worship is the best thing we do. Our music, and I think our preaching's real good too.
I agree.
We have a lot of participation in worship. We have lots of people, ushers, readers, lay assistants, acolytes. We have a lot of people, altar guild people, who participate in one worship service. If you look around, you really don't know how many people it takes to do it, but it takes a lot of.
It takes a village.
That's right.
Yeah. So obviously we seem to be in really good hands, but if you could do one thing to make this church better or grow, what would be one thing that you would change?
To make it grow? Well, that was good. When you said to make it better, I would just say to make it grow.
Right.
I'm not sure how to do that, but I think that coming out of COVID and with our 100th anniversary, we really need to have a plan and go for it. So I will support that.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what we should do, but I think we need to grow our church and get back to normal, so to speak.
Right. Yes, I completely agree with that. So, like you said, you've been here for 40 plus years. What are some changes that you've already seen in our church?
Well, I've seen 2 renovations.
Yes.
The one that we did to this building, the education building, and the sanctuary back in the 90s, and then the new Reeser Hall. I've seen our church blossom with people and with children, and just been able to to stay downtown, it's a kind of an accomplishment to be a downtown church and still be full of life. And
I agree. Yeah, I feel like our youth really is growing, which is good, which is great.
Too. All those children on Sunday morning.
Yes,
I love
they're
it.
so cute. So obviously we've already gone through so much change, but how do you see the future of the church? Do you see us changing in that aspect for the future?
No, I think, I hope we grow, and I hope that we reach out more to people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that we should always be faithful to what God wants us to do.
Yeah.
Which we have tried to do up until now.
We've done really well, I think. Okay, so kind of changing gears a little bit, has God influenced you to take on something new or just like go outside of your comfort zone? If so, what would it be?
Well, there are lots of things that I have done outside my comfort zone. The only thing that I have not done that would be tragic is sing. But but I I'll do anything that I can do that will help the church.
Right.
That's kind of the way it's always been. I love this church and all the people.
Yes, I think this church and all of their people love you too. So
oh, you're sweet.
Okay, so obviously God is our main focus, and He's what moves us and pushes us forward, but also our church community can push us a little bit outside. So has anything here at the church influenced you to change like yourself, either in church or out of church? Like anything?
I don't really. The only big change that I have had to go through, and we've all been through, is this pandemic that we hope we're beginning to come out of.
Yeah.
But that's been the biggest change that any of us have seen, I think.
Right. I agree. Thankfully.
And I guess that in the last 100 years, we've never had a period of time when we've closed down and haven't had worship services before, but we did this past year.
Right.
I hope we never have to do that again.
I agree. How has, in your opinion, how has having that everything shut down and us going through that, and now we're kind of coming out on the other side, hopefully, how has that changed us or our church?
Well, I think that it makes us appreciate it more.
Right.
I think it makes us appreciate what we have more.
Mm-hmm.
To have come close to not having it.
Right. Yeah. And that's a scary thing, but thankfully we are able to grow out of it. So that's really great. My last question is, when you go out and you talk to your friends or your family members about resurrection, what would you tell them?
It's a wonderful church, wonderful people, beautiful worship service, and lots of ministry. That we are a church that likes to serve the people. We are a downtown church, and we serve the people of downtown.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.